Welcome back to Well, That's Interesting, the sometimes hellscapes exist on Earth edition.
I love it. I mean, to be honest, with the year that we've had, I think sometimes Earth is a hellscape.
Yes.
As a whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many would agree.
We've proven that to be true.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We've been doing some celestial hellscapes, other planets, etc.
Yes.
And I thought maybe we should just bring it back home.
Let's bring it back home. Let's be real about the closest hellscape.
That's right. The closest hellscape. Earth. So, all right. Let's just jump right into it. I'm Jill Chacha. This is the amazing Mercer Riley.
Hi.
And we're going to get into episode 034. And I'm not going to tell you the title just yet.
Okay.
Okay, so just get on this ride with me.
I'm on the ride.
It's a little weird.
It's fine.
Okay.
Give it to me.
Okay. So our story begins back in 2013 in the beautiful country of Tanzania.
Oh.
Yes. So for us geographically challenged Americans, I'd like you to imagine the continent of Africa. All right. Now place your finger right in the center and then move it east until you hit the coastline.
Okay.
Okay. Now move your finger a wee bit south,
Okay.
and there you will find Tanzania.
I see it in my head.
Great. It is the home of legendary places like Serengeti National Park.
Oh.
That's right, and Kilimanjaro.
Oh.
So, but we're not here to sightsee. Sorry.
Next time.
Not this kind of podcast. We're here to witness what photographer Nick Brandt came to document along the shores of Lake Natron, which is at the very north of Tanzania, where Tanzania shares a border with Kenya.
I already love that this is called Lake Natron.
Yeah.
It sounds like Lake Natron.
That's right.
DJ Natron.
DJ Natron.
DJ Natron in the house. Opening
Totally.
for
Yeah.
Dead Mouse 5.
Yeah,
I
in
think
Florida,
that's what it's
in Tallahassee, or wherever.
called. The good place.
Yeah. So, where are we? Okay, so Nick Brandt came to document a bunch of shit back in 2013. And Nick told the Smithsonian Magazine, quote, "When I saw those creatures for the first time alongside the lake, I was completely blown away. The idea for me instantly was to take portraits of them as if they were alive." End quote.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, Nick spent the next 3 weeks with locals, gathering specimens, staging and photographing them. And I would love to show you some of these photographs. Okay?
I am pumped. And just to be clear, the photos I'm about to look at are not of live creatures.
Not of live. No, absolutely not. 110% dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pumped.
Okay, so please tell us what you see. And of course, as per usual, all of our photographs that we talk about will be on our Instagram. Well, that's interesting pod. But in the meantime, Dr. Riley, here's one photograph. And please tell us what you see.
Dr. Jill, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did see this photo earlier, and I thought originally, before you said anything about it, it was a picture of a live bird.
Yeah.
And what I'm looking at is a kind of like a tree branch, beautiful lake in the background, and perched on this branch is, it looks like an eagle to me. Mm-hmm. And it looks alive. It's perched, but I don't think it is. It looks like it's caked in some sort of mud.
Yeah.
And from what you said, I think it's dead.
It is very dead. It's very dead, but
it's gorgeous, and it looks. It almost looks like some sort of like a very realistic sculpture or a piece of art, but it just looks so real.
Yeah,
but because it's a corpse clearly.
Yeah,
I'm talking myself in circles. Tell me what the fuck I'm staring at.
Okay, so that's one, but I want to show you another one too. It looks like they're made out of marble.
Oh my god.
How about this little one? Yeah. So that was an eagle. This looks like more...
This is like maybe like a crane. I'm looking at some sort of crane. It's got, is that a leg? No, it's perched. Okay, so it's perched on another branch. And, all right, so its wings, its feathers have almost hardened into these long points, these almost like long finger-like points.
Yeah.
And it looks like something out of a horror movie. These photos are black and white, by the way. They're absolutely beautiful and haunting. Yeah. And,
they're exquisite.
I love it.
Yeah. There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. It's truly horrifying.
So what we're looking at here, or rather who we're looking at, were two native species of Tanzanian birds, a fish eagle and a dove, who had the extreme misfortune of falling into Lake Natron, and they were unable to get out in time.
No. No.
Episode 034 is the lake that can mummify creatures, including you.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
A lake did that.
A lake did that?
Yep.
I've been in a lake.
Yes.
That did not happen to me.
Yeah.
Do I look like that?
You look great.
Thanks.
Okay. You look wonderful. Opposite of those birds.
Good. Something tells me this lake is not like other lakes.
No, it is like no other lake on the planet.
Okay, tell me everything.
Okay, so just like today's title suggests, these two birds weren't a fluke. Now, Dr. Marissa, would you please read further from Nick's interview with Smithsonian Magazine?
I would absolutely love to. All right, quote, "It was amazing. I saw entire flocks of dead birds all washed ashore together, lemming-like," he says. You'd literally get, say, 100 finches washed ashore in a 50-yard stretch. Just coming into contact with the water was dangerous. It's so caustic that even if you had the tiniest cut, it's very painful. Nobody would ever swim in this. It'd be complete madness, end quote.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's a dangerous lake.
It's a very dangerous lake.
So caustic. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to understand what that means. What does that mean?
So yeah, we're gonna get into just how like you said, dangerous. It's not gonna feel like your usual lake or water, or it's just very painful and alkaline and shit. We're gonna get into it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, imagine, when you feel like something on your cut. Yeah. Like you have a small cut on your finger, and you I don't know,
some lime
or some salt. It's like that.
Wow. Yeah. So. Oh, wow. Okay.
So again, you probably have a lot of questions about Lake Natron, and the first thing you should know about it is that it's a dead end. Literally, for some creatures, and literally because its location and its physical features. For starters, water flows into the lake, but it doesn't flow out.
Ooh.
So there's no exit for water except evaporation. Now, put a pin in that. Pinned. So where does its water come from? From December to May is the wet season, which brings about 30 inches of salty rain from clouds blown in from neighboring deserts.
Okay.
But 30 inches of salty rain isn't nearly enough to keep this lake going and deadly. and she big.
Yeah.
You could see it from space. Lake Natron is about 35 miles long and 14 miles across. What fills this lake, its main inflow, is the southern Ewasco Negiro. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
That's Brown River, which flows down through the mineral-rich... Sorry, I could read. I swear. Ewasco Negiri, which flows down through the mineral-rich Great Rift Valley of Kenya and ends up here, passing through the border into Tanzania's Lake Natron, depositing hundreds of thousands of gallons. And there's also loads of natural springs that flow south into it, dumping even more elements and whatever they want to bring to the party.
Okay, so we've got a few sources going on here, bringing different kinds of elements and minerals.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And it sounds like a fucking party.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a good cocktail.
Yum.
But honestly, a party isn't a true party until an active volcano shows up.
There we go. That's what I've been waiting for. I'm like, where is the disaster? Jill, this sounds fine and dandy, but what's really going on here?
Now, move over river, move over natural springs, enter Old Deal. I got this. I practiced it like 500 times.
In her defense, I'm staring at this jumble of words right now, and it's a tough one.
Oldonyo Lengi,
Beautiful.
or Mountain of God in the Maasai language.
Gorgeous.
So now, Oldonyo is not like the other volcanoes, not only because of its intimidating name, but what comes out of it. Most lava is rich in silicate minerals, and these silicate minerals make up like 90% of the Earth's crust. Okay?
Okay.
But our volcano is that special 10%, where its lava is mostly sodium and potassium carbonate, or if we really want to get fancy, natrocarbonatite.
Ooh, natrocarbonatite. I had to try it myself.
I know. There's a lot of tongue twisters in this episode. Please bear with me.
You're nailing it. You're killing it.
Okay, so this fancy pants lava also flows into our lake.
Okay.
Now remember, when we put a pin in evaporation.
Right.
Okay, when this briny carbonate cocktail begins to evaporate, what's left behind is like huge concentrations of salt and, you guessed it, natron. Hence, Lake Natron.
And natron is...
Yeah, natron is sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate, which is just super fancy words for soda ash and baking soda. That's it.
What?
Yeah.
So it's a lake full of baking soda.
Yes.
And salt.
Baking soda and salt, which doesn't sound terrible.
No.
But it is.
Oh, okay.
So altogether, the levels of salt and all of this natron in this huge 34-mile lake, okay?
Right.
It's so toxic that it's almost like swimming through ammonia.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Alkaline levels have been reported to be as high as 10.5 to 12, and the old pH scale goes up to 14.
That's very high.
That's very
someone
high.
who's really into skincare products.
Yes.
You try to do a pH, things for your face,
Yeah.
you want to do a pH level of 5 or 6.
Yes.
But-
yeah, we're going to talk about that, yeah.
But that's 14 is more than twice that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's bad.
It's super, super not good.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So I'm glad you brought up skincare products because it's imagination time. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Let's do this. So, okay, we're going to put these numbers into perspective. Now, a glass of water is a 7. And
Okay.
you just brought up 5 and 6 because 7 is totally neutral.
Yeah.
And totally okay. It's a glass of water. You can drink it. But for every full digit we go up, it's 10 times more alkaline than the last. So it gets super dangerous super fast.
Right.
Our blood, for example, is slightly over a 7 at 7.4.
Okay.
Seawater is 7.5 to 8, and that's not bad at all. But anything after that, well, you don't want to be in it or have it inside you.
It makes total sense.
Yeah. So a 10.5 to a 13.5. Picture ammonia, bleach, our friend lye that we talked about
That's right.
an episode or two ago.
And as I learned from a t-shirt project I tried in my early 20s,
Yeah.
where I got a big thing of bleach and I poured it in a bucket and I
Oh, shit.
put a t-shirt in it and I did all of this indoors. And I didn't touch the bleach or anything, but just being in the same room as a thing of bleach made me feel crazy. Made me feel very dizzy.
So
you don't even have to be touching this stuff, and it can be seeping into your pores.
Just don't do crafts, everybody.
Don't craft. What the hell were we thinking? Hot glue? Are you kidding me? This is gonna hurt. Sorry. Back to the podcast.
Totally fine. We're talking 10.5, 13.5. Totally blows.
Yeah.
And at 14, we're talking liquid drain cleaner.
Oh shit. That's
Okay. And our lake,
intense.
our lake is somewhere in there. From
What?
10 to 12, up there. It's up with these heavy hitters.
oh my God.
Yeah. So, as Nick Brandt phrased it really well. Quote, "It's so high, it would strip the ink off my Kodak film boxes within a few seconds."
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, after the break, we're going to find out how all of this turns creatures like you and me into the mummies we just saw.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to find out who calls this place home.
No.
Yeah. And I haven't even shown you pictures of what this place looks like.
Oh my God, I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
So, stay tuned.
Please do.
Hello, everyone. You may recognize me as Gabby from the History of Everything podcast.
And my name is Brenna, and you don't recognize me from anything yet.
Together, we're two scientists who explore all of the weird little questions and conspiracies of the universe in our new podcast, Mystery of Everything. Everything has an explanation.
We hope.
But that is what we're here to figure out. We will dive into the science behind many popular conspiracy theories, such as vaccines causing autism, flat earth theory, and was the moon landing fake? And if so, why the heck would anyone even do that?
But it's not just conspiracies. There's a lot of cool mysteries that we will attempt to use science to explain, such as near-death experiences, what made the Vikings go berserk, and can I control my co-host with MK Ultra?
Wait, what? Anyway, make sure to check out the Mystery of Everything podcast everywhere where you find your podcasts.
Hello everyone, Stakuyi here,
And I'm Gabby.
and we are the hosts of History of Everything, a podcast which you can probably guess by the name is, well, it's about everything. Do you want to know why people thought potatoes were evil and would give you syphilis? Are you curious about all the stories of the terrible and stupid ways that people have kicked the bucket over the years? Do you want to hear tales about all of the different badasses of history and the lives that they had brought to life? Well, if so, then look no further. History of Everything is just the right podcast for you. It's available on Spotify, Pandora, and anywhere else that you get your podcast from. Join us for some fun and just see how weird and wacky history can be.
Hey everyone, Jill Chacha here from Well, That's Interesting, and I am absolutely thrilled to tell you about Spotify for podcasters. I use it, I love it, and it all started by downloading the free Spotify for Podcasters app, which has all the tools you need in one place to record and edit your masterpiece of a podcast. Spotify for Podcasters also distributes your show to all major platforms. So when you hit publish, your episodes will stream not only on Spotify, but I'm talking about the Apples, the Googles, Stitcher, Good Pods, the other ones. You get the idea. And you can monetize your podcast with no minimum listenership required. You could also set up monthly subscriptions and record ads just like this one. So what are you waiting for? Download Spotify for Podcasters today and start changing the world. Oh, and please, stay interesting. And we're back.
We are so back.
We're so back, and we're getting calcified.
What?
That's what happened to our two unfortunate bird friends at the top of the show that looked like statues.
My God, they calcified.
They calcified. Yeah. And
You're gonna explain what that means.
yeah,
right?
and we should probably talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to say really fast before we move forward.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there was this amazing show on Netflix. I think it was Netflix called Dark Tourist.
Oh my God, it was so good.
This place is making me think so much of Dark Tourist. This seems like a place he would go and stick his foot in
And
or
dive
something.
into, yeah.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. That was such a good show.
that was the best show. I think there's only one season
because he probably died.
I think he died. He was swimming in
Yeah, he went
the
to
nuclear.
Yeah, he went to Chernobyl.
He went to
and
Chernobyl.
swam around in the lakes there, and he was this
high
dude,
radiation.
Yeah, he was this dude who just went to the most deadliest places on Earth and just hung out and just.
He was a normal guy. It was so cool.
It was very well done and respectable, to all of the
to the places he went,
Yeah.
because he went to some very scary places in the world, and it was fascinating. And I mean, R.I.P. man. I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's okay. He was very charming and very relatable. So.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a great show. I sincerely hope he's okay, and there's a season 2 somewhere.
Oh my God. I don't think there's a season 2. I think he's like, no, I'm never leaving my house again.
Jesus. Yeah. It was called Dark Tourist.
Dark Tourist.
That's right. And it was on Netflix. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but if you could find it, if y'all could hunt it down, it's so worth it. It's so great.
It's especially if you like this podcast, you would love.
Yeah, we're family. If you like this podcast, you're gonna love that show.
Definitely.
Yeah, totally.
But tell me more about getting calcified, man.
Okay, so like every story, we should probably start like, how did those birds get in the lake in the first place?
Right.
How did they end up in there?
Are they swimming? Are they falling?
There is a running theory, and if you would be so kind to read from the Smithsonian Magazine article, this alkaline African lake turns animals into stone.
I would absolutely love to read. All right, here we go. Quote, Brandt theorizes the highly reflective, chemical-dense waters act like a glass door, fooling birds into thinking they're flying through empty space. Not long ago, a helicopter pilot tragically fell victim to the same illusion, and his crashed aircraft was rapidly corroded by the lake's waters. End quote. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So they don't even realize.
Yeah, it's like an optical illusion. This thing is also an optical illusion.
I gotta see this shit. This is amazing.
Parts of it are an optical illusion. I'm going to show you other parts of it that are not an illusion.
Okay.
But anyway, this helicopter crash happened back in 2007. Luckily, those aboard, they were wildlife documentary filmmakers and the pilot, they all survived.
Amazing.
They suffered broken bones, cuts, and the physical effects of the lake's water, which cameraman Ben Herbertson told the Sydney Morning Herald, quote, was physically hot and burning my eyes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we discussed how the water basically feels like ammonia.
Right.
Okay, so that explains the irritation Ben felt. But on top of that, the temperature of the water itself ranges from 106 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit in the dry season. And that's hot enough to cause third-degree burns in a few minutes.
Oh my God.
She just turned to me and looked like, what the fuck?
Oh,
what are you talking about?
God.
I swear to God, this is real.
I was about to be like, it's hell. And then I remember that was the whole point of the episode. Oh my God.
Okay, so what the fuck is up with this? Now, the lake is shockingly shallow. It's 10 feet at its deepest.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a very long, thin puddle baking under the sun right at the equator.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's ammonia baking under, or it's ammonia-like shit
Yeah.
baking under the sun.
At the equator, kind of.
At the equator, boiling you.
Yep.
Jeez.
So if you are a tiny bird plowing full speed into what you thought was sky, you would probably lose consciousness with the impact, right?
Right.
And then
right.
you'd cook from the alkaline levels and the temperature.
Oh my God, double cooking.
Yeah. You'd sink to the bottom, and as days go by, your body is exposed to salt, the soda ash, and the baking soda, which are all ingredients even the Egyptians used to mummify their dead.
That's right.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's right.
It's a one-stop shop.
That's right.
To make a fucking mummy. You weren't fucking kidding.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like white people are gonna use this for some bullshit.
Some goop shit.
Some goop shit.
That's right.
Rub it on your face. Take years off.
Take a lot off, man.
Ugh.
So when parts of the lake recede in dry season, it exposes you to that sun drying out your body further. And voila, a guy named Nick finds you and turns you into a beautiful portrait.
There you go.
Life cycle. So now, good news, your body wouldn't be alone in this lake.
Oh, okay.
That's right. In fact, it's really crowded in there.
Ah, I feel so much better.
Now, I'd like to show you some pictures of Lake Natron, and if you would, please tell the good folks at home or at work, wherever you are, what's up with some parts of this fucking lake. Okay, so here's one photo.
All right, this is beautiful and horrifying. So, all right, all right,
Yeah.
top of the, if you split the photo into threes, horizontally, top of the photo, we've got mountains, totally normal, mountains and sky.
Yeah.
All right, so in the forefront, it basically, you see this long stretch of lake, and it's red, guys.
Yeah.
It's red. I don't know what else to say. It is like brick blood red.
Yeah.
And it's got these weird little cracks in it, these weird lines of white. Mm-hmm. And you can also see the lake is like a mirror.
Yeah.
On the surface.
You can see the clouds.
You can see the sky. You can see the reflection of the mountain.
It looks like if the sky, if it was red instead of blue.
Exactly. It's like if you put a red filter.
Yeah.
On a photo.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Now, and like we said a while back, you could see it from space.
Yeah.
Now, here's a photo of that view, and that's also going to be available on our Instagram, wellthatsinterestingpod. But this is from Google Earth, and this whole thing is the lake.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And what do you see right here?
It's like a smear of blood on the earth. It is like someone dipped their finger in blood and just sort of whoosh, made a little squiggly.
Yeah.
But some parts of it are deeper red than other parts. Some parts are pink, and then some parts are just kind of whitish. Mm-hmm. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that all part of the lake? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's either white, pink, or red.
Exactly.
What a scheme.
What a color scheme. Okay, so the red part, the white part is the salt.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
The red part, though, what we're looking at is billions upon billions of salt-loving algae and bacteria who are very special. Because not only are they super fucking poisonous for most predators, like they fatally damage cells and your nervous system and your liver. That's super cool. But what's even more super cool is that when they photosynthesize, they turn pink and red and not green.
Oh, I fucking love that. Oh, I love that so much. I thought you were going to say it was the blood of all of the animals that had died there. It was a big crime scene. No, it's...
No.
Sweet, deadly little algae.
Yeah, just chomping down on some salt.
Living their best algae lives.
Yeah.
Turning red.
Exactly.
And pink.
And where there's bacteria and algae, there's bigger animals that will try their damnedest to eat them. And wouldn't you know it, there's even a type of tilapia fish down there that doesn't mind the hypersaline, super hot environment filled with poisonous food. So there's some fish in this fucking lake.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine
crazy. Eating those fish?
Dude, don't.
I won't.
Don't do it, man.
Can you imagine that fish taco? So salty.
So owie. So much ow.
So much ow.
Okay, so our poor tilapia friend isn't the most popular resident. Now, thanks to the lake's temperatures, stinging waters, blood red appearance, most predators don't fuck with it.
Okay.
But if you're on the food chain and your body can tolerate all this crazy shit and you need a safe place for your babies, you're going to call this home. And it's home to no other than, say it with me now,
Flamingos! I love it!
That's right. I just pulled up a photo of some flamingos, lesser flamingos.
Lesser flamingos?
Well,
that's what they're called?
It's just like the type of, it's just the species of flamingo. It doesn't mean that they're lesser. It's just...
We need to get a new name,
I
you
know.
guys. These are not lesser. These are
more.
These are great.
These are they're fucking incredible, and we're going to get into it.
Oh
so,
my God.
Nearly 2.5 to 3 million of them use this lake as their home during breeding season every 3 to 4 years. Now, they look like dainty fuckers, flamingos, but they are hardcore. Now, would you please do the honor of reading how special these birds are? And this is from theconversation.com.
I would love to. I'm pumped. All right, quote. Special tough skin and scales on their legs prevent burns, and they can drink water at near boiling point to collect fresh water from springs and geysers at the lake's edges. If no fresh water is available, flamingos can use glands in their head that remove the salt, draining it out from their nasal cavity. And,
Yep.
quote, coolest fucking birds
So
I've
fucking cool.
ever fucking heard of. They can remove salt from water
Yeah.
with their nose.
Yeah, just using their face.
Oh my God. Why haven't we figured that out?
We're human. We suck.
We suck.
we're so
Jesus.
basic.
Oh my God. We can blow up fucking buildings, but we can't
Oh, no.
make salt water drinkable.
That's not.
Jeez.
Okay, and all that dangerous algae, they're not a problem either. Their strong stomachs and digestive system kills it, not a problem. And the red coloring is absorbed into their feathers, giving them that legendary coloring.
Oh, wow.
I know. So, needless to say, the lake is vital for these birds, and it truly protects them. Back in 2013, a British tourist, Nick Armour, found a flamingo that had passed away near Lake Bogota in Kenya. The ring around its leg stated that it was tagged by researchers as a chick back in 1962 when it was hatched at Lake Natron.
Oh my
that
God.
fucking bird was 50 years old.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Quote, Alan Root, a wildlife filmmaker who led the 1962 rescue and ringing effort, along with the late Leslie Brown, said in an email, another old friend passed away. It gives me good feeling to know that this latest find probably means that there are still hundreds of our birds at that age paddling around our lakes. End quote. I know.
Oh my God.
From the National Geographic article, message from a 50-year-old flamingo.
Well, I'm gonna go cry. I don't know. My heart is broken. It's gone.
I know.
You smashed it. Just smashed.
Score. Okay, so I guess the message here is one animal's hellscape is another animal's haven, and conservation is key, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's not fuck it up.
Let's not.
The end.
The end.
God damn it.
I love this. One of my faves.
One of my faves. That was a good time.
That was a good time.
And thanks to everyone for
Thank you.
just listening, telling their friends about this podcast.
Oh my God, you guys are so cute. Thank you.
And sharing it on social media.
Yeah.
We are out there. Come find us. We'll give you a big hug.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug. And then in person when we can do shows. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And stay interesting.
Please do.